mbali kupinga pendekezo la IEBC kuwa kila mgombea lazima awe na shahada ili kufuzu kuwania kiti chochote cha uongozi mwaka ujao. Alielezea furaha yake na matumaini yake baada ya uamuzi huo.
It's the beginning. I think for me, what I want people to see is that as a youth who's not even in office, pia wewe unaweza kupigania wengine. Unajua si lazima ati ukue wewe ndio mheshimiwa, wewe ndio mjumbe ndio uende kufanya petition. Mtu yote anaweza enda akaweka petition to challenge the laws if you feel it's marginalizing the youth. So as a youth activist, I'm very happy because it's a starting point. So with this ruling now, I'm waiting to see how they're going to go about it, because now that of particularly referencing the MCA qualification has been declared unconstitutional, you know, it messes up with hizi zingine, kwa sababu ukisema ya MCA ni unconstitutional because it marginalizes the TVET, it marginalizes so and so, you know, it is offending this chapter of the constitution, then the same applies also for the members of parliament. Then probably the same arguments apply for the governor, senate and kwenda juu. So I think kitu ya kwanza, at least kuna wale ambao nataka kusema ni hustlers walikuwa wanataka kuendea hiyo kiti ya MCA na walikuwa hawana degrees. So the first thing, at least now you can say hustlers wote wanaweza kutafuta hiyo kiti ya MCA. That is the immediate impact that we have now, because you see, if it has been declared unconstitutional, it means then that everyone can vie for that MCA seat. But the second thing is, I'm waiting to see how IEBC will deal with that, because they're supposed to give us the minimum qualifications for nominations. And the same now was going to be used with the parties, so that the parties can now start, you know, sending to the aspirants. And then I'm suspecting what will happen is that there will be a lot of press conferences, and the National Assembly lazima watatoka kujitetea, kwa sababu watasema kama ya MCA imedeclarewa is unconstitutional, and the same also applies for us, because you know you are marginalizing ABCD. So what it has done, it has disorganized a lot of things, but in a good way, because now we have to really think about how to put minimum qualifications, kwa sababu zinahitajika. Tunahitaji minimum qualifications, and the thing is, what is the job description of an MCA, and what is the minimum qualification an MCA needs to be able to perform that job description. Of course, their job description is not the same as members of parliament, is not the same as Senate, governor, kwenda juu. So I think we've just been given work. Ni kama tumepewa homework, muende sasa mkae chini. For me, I'm an active Kenyan. So when it comes to public participation, lazima nitakuwa hapo, you know, challenging whatever they are putting, or hata kujitokea, you know, giving my ideas. So I think this coming week we have a lot of work to do. We should be able to elect leaders, any kind of leaders. But when it comes to those committees, because you know the power is with the people. The people are the ones who have the vote. So you cannot limit the people by telling them, we can't put so and so because so and so mwenye mnamtaka yeye hana degree. So you first leave the power to the people so that they elect whoever they want to elect. If they want to elect someone mwenye amefika class 7, sawa. Lakini akifika pale bunge, what I truly believe is, for you to be able to sit in a committee, particularly, not even particular, any committee, you need some technical expertise. So, you know, you can go to parliament, but you should understand, when you're in parliament, for you to sit, for instance, in a committee, there they can come with stipulations that you must have some technical expertise that you can contribute to that committee. But again, I'll ask you, the technical expertise don't necessarily need to be degrees. Kwa sababu utapata kuna mtu amekuwa, for instance, like me, I've been in the NGO world for over 10 years. Yeah. Just because I don't have a degree in social blah blah blah, mtasema siwezi kaa kwa committee fulani kwa sababu sina hiyo expertise. So we must be able to justify what expertise are you bringing to the committee. Sasa pale kwa committee wanaweza sema at least umemaliza high school, na kutoka high school either you have experience in that field, you know, kama ni finance, in accounting, nini, or you have a diploma, or you have a degree, or you have, you know, proof that actually you know, after high school and you can contribute technically to that committee. And you know, that is what our neighbors are doing. See, I think Uganda ndivyo wanafanya. Ndio ukue kwa committee lazima uwe na hiyo technical expertise. So I think for me, those are now things you can arrange on that level, because I can also be in parliament without being in a committee. I can just be in parliament. When you look at the petitioners, because we had the county assembly forum, myself, and there was a lobby group for youth that was being represented by Danstan Omari. If you look at our submissions, personally my submission ilikuwa inaangalia in Kenya the transition from secondary to university. Ukiangalia ni wanafunzi wangapi wakimaliza kutoka secondary school, wangapi wanaingia university. Actually, from the last figures, we have over 700,000 people leaving high school going to technical institutions, and something like 130, I could be wrong, but 100 and something thousand going to university. So meaning, even as it is now, we've been set up for failure in terms of we don't even have the capacity to absorb everyone who's coming out of secondary school into university. We don't have the capacity. Number two, the qualifications to go into university is such that just a small number will be absorbed into the university, which is okay. The other thing is, university is not free. So, you know, if for you to say that kila mtu mwenye anataka kuingia siasa lazima awe na degree, basi na our government should also say that in order for us to make sure that everyone has an equal advantage or an equal playing field, then we are going to say universities are free. But university is not free.
Na mtazamaji, sema tu nasi pale mtandaoni Facebook na Twitter